Gillette is one brand that is so synonymous with razor blades that there are rarely any brands that enjoy such an association with the product itself. It is one of the most revolutionary companies of the 20th century, and among the very few companies that survived more than 120 years, including more than 7 revolutions and 2 world wars. But more than its growth or age, Gillette should be given credit for introducing its billion-dollar idea to the world. Some of the biggest ventures on this planet, like PlayStation, Xbox, Kodak, and Amazon Kindle, adopted Gillette's strategy for gaining success. I know you would be confused about how a razor company inspires legendary products like PlayStation and Xbox. How it all begun? The answer to this question lies in the history of Gillette, which dates back to the late 1800s. The trend of dense beards was fading, and the clean-shaved mustache look was trending. But shaving was not an easy task. It was considered dangerous in the late 1800s. There were 2 options available if you wanted to shave. The first option was a straight razor, and the second option was a safety razor. But both these options had their own set of issues. The straight razors are the ones that looked very similar to the ones seen in the Game of Thrones. These razors were super sharp, and people were scared to get them close to their faces or neck. On the other hand, the safety razor was a one-time purchase, but required frequent sharpening, which was a very tedious procedure. So the men in the 19th century visited barbers' shops to seek professional help every 2 to 3 times a week. One fine day, a traveling salesman was getting late to work. He had no time to carefully use his life-threatening razor or the patience to keep sharpening the safety blade every time he wanted to shave. And that is when he thought, why not have a razor with a detachable disposable blade that can just be thrown away after every shave and replaced by a new one? That is how the imagination of the modern-day razor blade was born. The frustrated salesman was none other than Mr. King Gillette, inventor of the best-selling version of the safety razor. Gillette's vision gave birth to the revolutionary invention of disposable blades, which then changed men's grooming forever. King Gillette collaborated with his friend and got a patent for their razors and blades. The patent ensured nobody in the market could copy Gillette's invention and helped Gillette remain a market leader and became a million-dollar company for the next 15 years. But then things started to change in 1921 when the patents of Gillette razor blades expired. And within a year, every single competitor was making a similar pair of the razor blade. Gillette was in deep trouble and started to lose market share. Their sales fell by 20% in just 1 year, which is a steep fall for a company that had been a market leader for more than a decade. Strategic changes turned fortune. Gillette had to do something extraordinary to save the company from failing. This was when Gillette adopted the pricing model called the razor blade business model. Although the concept and its proverbial example, give him the razor, sell him the blades, are widely credited to King Camp Gillette. He did not originate this model. Gillette adopted the model from its competitors, but was instrumental in making it famous. The pricing model went on to change the very dynamics of the razor business forever. As per the new strategy, Gillette sold its razors at an ultra-low price with no margins, and then sold the disposable blades at a higher margin. So instead of a one-time income from razors, you make a recurring profit from blades. With low or negatively priced razors, Gillette got customers to enter their ecosystem, and then they kept earning from their recurring purchases of blades. In 1922, when Gillette completed the implementation of the razor blade business model, the company's sales immediately skyrocketed by a staggering 127% against the 20% drop in the previous year. That is how Gillette established a legacy in pricing. Even today, after 100 years, it still serves as an inspiration for some of the most iconic brands of the 21st century. Many business schools across the globe teach this 100-year-old pricing strategy. Even today, tech giants like Sony and Microsoft use this same strategy to sell their gaming consoles at a loss and make recurring profits through PlayStation Plus subscriptions and game software. Sony lost about $60 on every PS4 console they sold to make billions through CDs and subscriptions. Kodak adopted the same strategy to sell cameras at a dirt cheap cost and make customers come back for their film rolls. And we see HP using the same for its printers. Even Amazon Kindle today is being sold at almost zero profit to make billions out of its ebook sales. So, this is the power of the fantastic pricing strategy made famous by Gillette and adopted by others in many industries across the globe.